It is officially week 4 of the 2025 NFL season. Welcome in to Cowboys Update. I'm your host, Kyle Youmans from the Globe Life Studios at the Star in Frisco, where the Cowboys have fallen to 1-2. They fall at the hands of the Chicago Bears, 31-14. The final score in Chicago. It was an up and down affair where the Chicago Bears were in their bag early, jumping out to a 14-3 lead. The Cowboys fall without CeeDee Lamb in the fold. They tried to fight their way back in it, but Coach Schottenheimer says it was just a bad formula in the Windy City.
We just didn't play well. We really didn't, and told the guys that, and this could be a humbling business. If you don't take care of business, you don't play well, then you're not going to win. And what I pointed out to the guys very clearly was, we got to stop giving up big plays on defense, and we got to stop turning the ball over on offense. I mean, it's a bad formula. But, we have played 3 out of 17, did not play well tonight. Certainly didn't play well enough to win. Give them credit. They did a good job, and they were better than us tonight.
It's the second straight season for the Cowboys, starting 1-2. Remember, they finished 7-10 last year. The Cowboys have actually outgained their opponent in each of their losses this season, including this Week 3 matchup with the Chicago Bears. They did so as well in Week 1 against the Philadelphia Eagles. The Cowboys' offense showed some promise early on. However, the Bears forced 4 turnovers, 1 in the first half. A fumble recovered from Javonte Williams dropped on that sideline after a promising drive, and then 3 interceptions in the second half, 2 from Dak Prescott and 1 at the end of the ball game from Joe Milton, resulting in 4 turnovers, and Chicago handily winning the turnover battle between their foe from the NFC. Dak Prescott said, as a whole, it is on us to be accountable and improve going into Week 4.
Yeah, everybody individually has got to be accountable, got to look at themselves in the mirror, ask what can they do and what can I do better throughout the week. And in my preparation to make sure that we come out here and we play better from the beginning and we start faster. We've got to go out there and score and not give field goals. I mean, Aubrey's a hell of a kicker and he's a great asset for us, but we can't lean on him. We can't get down in the red zone and say, oh yeah, we got a field goal, we're fine. No, we've got to go get points. We've got to go get 7 points and cash in. And so everybody's just got to look at themselves and say, where can I get better and where can I help this team individually? And then if we all do that collectively, we should put ourselves in a better position than we did today.
It was a tough sled for the Cowboys offense and an uphill battle ever since losing CeeDee Lamb with about 8.5 minutes left in the first quarter. He goes down after twisting an ankle on a run attempt out wide, a rushing attempt for your top wide receiver. He goes down. He actually tried to fight his way back into the ball game, worked into the huddle, actually ran a play where he went in motion from right to left, but then immediately exited and went back to the sideline. CeeDee Lamb expected with a high ankle sprain to miss this week against the Green Bay Packers. He will continue to be reevaluated week to week, and as both Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones both said on 105.3 The Fan this week, high ankle sprains are a fickle animal, and it's something to continue working on, and we'll see what the timetable looks like as we go along. But what are the Cowboys going to do to adjust? George Pickens, of course, the big name added this offseason via trade from the Pittsburgh Steelers, now has an opportunity to step up as a wide receiver 1 in this offense. But there are some other options below George Pickens. How about the ground game? Javonte Williams was running the ball effectively, 7.6 yards per carry on 10 carries in that matchup against the Chicago Bears. He's been running the ball especially well throughout the season. They've got Kevontae Turpin, who has stepped up as a wide receiver and added to his added value as a return man in this offense, now as a guy who could possibly be a target for Dak Prescott. Could they rely on Kevontae Turpin moving forward? And then, of course, one of the safety blankets for Dak Prescott, Jake Ferguson. Is he the guy that can step up and try and add some of that production without CeeDee Lamb in the fold? That'll be up to, of course, Coach Schottenheimer as the offensive play caller, and then Clayton Adams as the offensive coordinator. Adams also having to deal with the loss of Tyler Booker. Booker with a high ankle sprain as well. He suffered it on the last drive of that Week 3 loss against the Chicago Bears. Booker will actually be expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks, which is the traditional timeline for a high ankle sprain. An unfortunate break for the Cowboys as their rookie first-round pick, who had been playing good football up to this point in his first 3 games as a pro, he will miss some significant time. Let's flip the focus to the defensive side of the football. The Cowboys defense also struggled in Matt Eberflus's return to Chicago, playing a familiar face with Ben Johnson as the new head coach in Chicago. And Ben Johnson opened things up for Caleb Williams. The Cowboys have now allowed 92 points in 3 games. That's the 4th most to start the season in franchise history. For the most part, they just didn't get any pressure on Caleb Williams. Williams had a stat line of 19 for 28 passing, 298 total yards, 4 touchdowns, and he had a 142.6 passer rating, which was by far his highest as a pro, and it was his first time ever not being sacked in an NFL game. Actually, you have to go back to a collegiate game where he was at USC back in 2023. That was the last time Caleb Williams was not sacked in a football game. Remember, the Bears led the NFL with 68 in the 2024 season. So with all that being said, offense struggled, defense struggled, and a couple injuries have popped up for the Cowboys. They don't have any time to rest on what happened in Week 3. They have to turn their attention to the Green Bay Packers, who are also coming off of a disappointing loss this week. 13-10, the final score after a blocked field goal late in the game, put the Browns in position to upset the Green Bay Packers. It was Green Bay's first setback of the 2025 season. Taking a look at the box score there, you know they'll be angry when they make their way to AT&T Stadium this week, where they are 6-0 all time, including an undefeated record against the Cowboys, and then of course their Super Bowl win against the Pittsburgh Steelers at AT&T Stadium over 2 decades ago, or around 2 decades ago now. And of course that man makes his return to AT&T Stadium. Micah Parsons will make his return after just being traded a month ago. It will be a month to the day that he was traded to the Green Bay Packers, and he's right back on the field here in Arlington, Texas. The big thing about the Cowboys overall, they'll have to find a way to score on that defense for the Green Bay Packers. They have not allowed 250 yards in any of their 3 games this week. Only one of 2 teams to do that. Now, here's the thing for the Cowboys overall on their defensive side of the ball, and my key to a Week 4 win: you got to stop giving up the big plays. You got to have some level of discipline on the backside of the Cowboys defense. They have led the league in terms of big plays allowed. And as Coach Schottenheimer pointed out in his Monday press conference, it's not the 15, 20-yard plays. It's the 30, 35, 40-yard plays that the Cowboys are giving up at this point in time. You got to limit the big play against Jordan Love and that entire Packers offense in order to have a shot to win in Week 4. It's a big week ahead and plenty of things to talk about for the Cowboys. You can listen to all of that on the Cowboys Now app by downloading on your connected TV, Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV as well. Plus, you've got podcasts to listen to on that app as well. They get started every day, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m. with Girls Talk, Boys Talk, continuing with Talking Cowboys at 9 a.m. You've got some of your favorite shows like The Break and Players Lounge in there as well. Plenty of podcasts to listen to throughout. And then on Sunday from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Cowboys pregame live presented by WinStar World Casino and Resort will be live on the field for that matchup for the Cowboys. We'll have Barry Church, Isaiah Stanback, Nate Newton. Of course, Stephen Jones will come over and talk with us. Nick Eatman will be on the sideline with us as well. Be sure to join us. We get started at 6 p.m. for Sunday Night Football between the Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Pregame live on the field in Arlington. That's going to do it for us here on Cowboys Update. Hope you were taking notes. Lots of things to keep up to date with going into Week 4 of the NFL season. I'm your host, Kyle Youmans. We'll see you next week.